What are some major habits for pro athletes? Now, I'm first going to talk about, if it's stamina, we'll go to stamina. Of course, I'm going to talk about athletes who are using endurance and stamina, not like dart playing or pool players. And although they need discipline, and that's the first one I'm going to talk about, we all need discipline, right? What is discipline? There's a nice line that I heard online, and I'm using it. You know, it's not mine, but it's a really great line. Discipline is the highest form of self-love there is. You see, discipline is saying no to something that you really want right now for something greater later on. So let's say you're a professional fighter. Let's keep it in the fight family. And your goal is to become the best fighter in the world. Well, there's got to be a lot of things that are coming your way from the side because your goal, your path should be straight. But it's never straight, right? There's going to be drinking, there's going to be drugs, there's going to be partying, there's going to be feast days, there's going to be women, there's a bunch of stuff you're going to have to say no to for something greater later on. So discipline reveals the commitment you made to yourself. Think about that one. Discipline means that the future you is depending on the current you to better do what you said you were going to do. That's discipline. Now, not so much for the dart throwers. This is the second one is food. You know, they actually drink beer while they're throwing darts and they get better at it and they eat fried stuff and everything. No, not for the guys who need stamina, endurance. For those guys, number two, I would say food and whatever you put in your system, supplement-wise, right? Food is important that you make it yourself. No processed foods. You know, can you cheat one time and here and there? Yes, I have In-N-Out Burger. Thankfully, they had one here in Texas when we moved here. And I have to say that I'm a victim. Not kind of a victim. Yeah, I am a victim because it feels so good and I can't resist. You know, that's the one thing that I take. And why do I take In-N-Out? Because In-N-Out, I believe, is the best burger out there. You know, the healthiest that you can find. You know, I don't like McDonald's and all the fries and everything. Really freaking bad for you. Dive into that. You know, if you have kids, you don't want to bring your kids over there. Trust me, it's really not that good for you. But, you know, In-N-Out Burger, yes, I do that a few times a week. I cheat on it. I'm very sorry, but I do that. For the rest, I wake up early in the morning. And first of all, I use supplements, right? MTE is a supplement that I use together with creatine. That's the first thing I drink, and I drink a lot. I drink that with a liter of water, and then within the next 20 minutes, I drink not a liter of water. That means a half a gallon in total. The MTE will give you a strong mind, it will give you a good body, it will give you a good feeling, and it doesn't raise your heart rate. It's something I've been using since June 2025, every single day, and it's never failed me. So instead of coffee, I do that. Coffee, I do later in the day. After I did that, you know, I spent my first hour with God. That's what I'm going to do next. And then after I did that, I'm going to walk the dogs. And then when I come back from the dogs, actually here at the park where I am right now, I do my O2 trainer. You know, I work 5 minutes. I put a timer on 5 minutes. I work out my breathing muscles, which are the most important breathing muscles in the body. 11 pounds, you have them. 3 minutes without air and you're dead. But we focus on everything else, right? Focus on that. It's a very important one. And then when I come back home, I start working out. Working out, I do also in this river right here. I like water workouts with resistance tools, those gloves with those fins in between. I do all these crazy exercises on the water. My handstands are different. I do a bunch of exercises. If you're interested into that, go to my YouTube page and you will see water workout. It's right on the front page. A lot of people are doing it. It gives you a really good feeling. I've been doing it for 2 years in a row. At one time, and everybody asked me, what are you doing for power training? I said, this is literally what I do in the pool. At the time, I was still living in California. Now I'm here. I don't have a pool because I got the river right here. I will live very close. And then I come home and I make my own food. This is very important. After the workout, of course, I make my own food. For me, it's a lot. Don't do what I do because I burn really a lot of carbs. I eat 2 pounds of sweet potatoes and then a steak, like a 16-ounce steak, like a pound. That's breakfast. And I might chuck in like 5-6 eggs that I throw on top of it as well. Don't worry about it. Cholesterol, all a freaking myth. Listen to these people that are out there and who ate like 28 eggs a day, you know, and then the cholesterol drops and they're super freaking healthy. Actually, burn victims. Do you know burn victims have to eat 28 boiled eggs a day? It repairs everything. It's also good for your arteries. Cholesterol is good for your arteries. Oh, who knew? It's good for your arteries, believe it or not. I had an ablation done on my heart. I went to the hospital. They did that. They checked my arteries. They said, man, your arteries are actually pretty good. And for the last year and a half, I've been eating meat, and a lot of eggs. Bake it or do it on the barbecue. But if you bake it in good stuff, in lard or something. And don't take any seed oils. I would stay away from that. And every professional fighter will tell you the same thing. So that's for food. and then you just have to watch out your food. And then the last one, if it's stamina, I gotta go with the O2 trainer, right? If every Olympian endurance athlete is doing it, you need to know how to expand your chest, and you need to know how to relax your muscles here in between your ribs, because that rib cage needs to be flexible. The more tight it is, the harder your diaphragm has to drop down and push it out and use a lot of power for that. So you're gonna get tired much faster. Remember the old UFCs where these people were chock full with steroids and they were very strong, and suddenly they were completely gone from freaking within 20 seconds. Suddenly they're completely dead. What steroids do, they blow up your body and they make everything tight. Now the diaphragm has to work in freaking overtime and your external intercostal muscles to open up that chest in order to pull the air in, because that's how you pull air in your lungs. By chest expansion, that creates a vacuum between the body and lungs, and that vacuum opens up your lungs. Yes, I say it again, but for you to heard this, your chest doesn't expand because you put air in it. Your chest expands, and that is how you pull the air in. Think about that. So look into the O2 Trainer where I explain everything exactly how this works and why it works so well, because it will help tremendously with your endurance. And you can say whatever you want to say. If your sport, if you have two football teams against each other, equally in skill, which one is going to win? The one with the most stamina, the one with the most endurance. That team that keeps on pushing. Fighters, same thing. Two fighters equally skilled. Which one is going to win? Probably the guy with the most stamina, because he can break the opponent by keep on pushing. Endurance is everything in endurance sports, right? And let's just say that those sports, even soccer, it's endurance. Every single athlete should use it, but I have no clue why they don't. But the Olympians, they're very smart actually about it, because they are all doing it, especially the endurance people, like the runners, the cyclists, all these people. So those three, I would say, are very important. So check it out, the MTE, by the way. If you go to their website, getmte.com, put in promo code Bas Rutten at the checkout, and you get a 15% discount. I started working with these people because the stuff changed me. It really did. So I hope you will find it as good as I did. All my friends I've been giving it to, everybody says the same thing. All right, guys, those were the three questions. Godspeed. Osu.